Adam Warlock, a sovereign fighter made by their high priestess Isa, attacks the Guardians of the Galaxy's home base on Nowhere. After Adam beats them and badly hurts Rocket, Nebula stabs him and forces him to run away. Rocket is hurt, but the Guardians can't help him because he has a kill switch made by the company AugoCorp. They go to the offices of AugoCorp to find the override code. As Rocket sleeps, he thinks about his past. As a baby raccoon, he was used as a test subject by the High Evolutionary, a scientist who wanted to build a counter-Earth by making animals more like people. Rocket became friends with Lila, Teefs, and Fleur, who were also being tested by the High Evolutionary. Rocket's brain impressed the High Evolutionary, but it made him angry that it was higher than his own. With Rocket's help, the High Evolutionary got the anthropomorphization process just right, but he ordered Rocket's brain to be taken out and his friends to be burned alive. Rocket set Lila free, but the High Evolutionary killed her soon after. Rocket attacked the High Evolutionary and shot at his guards because he was angry, but Teefs and Fleur died in the chaos. Rocket took a ship by himself and ran away. In the present, the other Gamora has joined the Ravagers and is helping the Guardians break into AugoCorp, which is run by the High Evolutionary. They get Rocket's file, but when they open it, they find that the code has been taken out. The group thinks that it might be with Thiel, who is one of the High Evolutionary's counselors. Isa and Adam, who were made by the High Evolutionary, are following them to get Rocket's brain. When the team gets to Counter-Earth, people there help them find Thiel and lead them to the High Evolutionary's ship. Peter Quill, Groot, and Nebula go to the ship of the High Evolutionary while Drax and Mantis stay with Gamora and Rocket. Guards make Nebula wait outside while Quill and Groot get on. Quill's group is being chased by Drax and Mantis. The High Evolutionary starts killing everything on Counter-Earth, including Isa, as part of his plan to destroy and rebuild it. As soon as his ship goes into space, Quill and Groot jump out, kill Thiel, and take the code from him. Gamora comes with their ship to save them, while Nebula, Mantis, and Drax get on the ship of the High Evolutionary to save Quill and Groot, who are now gone. As Quill's group tries to get the code, Rocket flatlines and has a near-death experience in which he sees Lila, Teefs, and Fleur. Lila tells him that his time has not yet come, while Quill uses the code to turn off the kill switch and save Rocket's life. Nebula, Mantis, and Drax find hundreds of humanoid children locked up on the ship of the High Evolutionary before they are caught. The three are put in a room with monster obelisks, and Quill's group sets out to save them. Mantis makes friends with the obelisks, which lets them flee and meet up with Quill's group. Together, they beat the army of the High Evolutionary. Kraglin and Cosmo arrive with Nowhere, and Cosmo makes a telekinetic tube from Nowhere to the High Evolutionary's ship to free the children. Animals are found on the ship by Rocket. The High Evolutionary attacks him, but the rest of the Guardians beat him down and leave him to die on his ship. The Guardians save the animals and bring them with them to Nowhere. Quill almost dies when he tries to cross, but Adam saves him. Adam had a change of heart after Groot told him to leave. After that, Quill quits the Guardians and gives Rocket the captaincy. He then goes back to Earth to see his grandpa Jason. Mantis goes on a trip with the obelisks to find out more about herself. Gamora meets up with the Ravagers again, and Nebula and Drax stay on Nowhere to raise the children they saved. In a scene during the credits, Rocket, a fully grown Groot, Cosmo, Kraglin, Adam, Philo, one of the rescued kids, and Blurp, Adam's pet, take on a new task as the new Guardians. In a scene after the intro, Quill and Jason eat breakfast together. The last movie in James Gunn's Guardians of the Galaxy series is finally out in theaters. It's a farewell to the galactic world he built almost a decade ago. Let's just say it right away, I love this movie from beginning to end. This is one of the best teams and groups of characters that Marvel has ever made, and it was done very well. Again, we get a rich, detailed backstory to keep up with the heroes, especially Rocket Raccoon, who has a heartfelt flashback scene. Even though I wasn't a big fan of Guardians of the Galaxy before, this movie's themes of love and friendship really hit home for me. Gunn does a great job making the movie itself. There are many moments that are amazing, and there are also some scary parts that I was shocked to see. During the whole time I watched Volume 3, there was never a dull moment. As soon as the movie starts, it pulls you back into one of the best comic book series and character-driven movies ever made. James Gunn had a clear idea of what he wanted to give his Guardians fans and longtime Marvel fans, and he did more than that with this great action-adventure tale. Overall, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 is everything I could have wanted to end a superhero series and more. It's by far James Gunn's best movie so far, and there's no point in fighting about it. I really hope that he does well at DC in the future. I can't wait to see what's next for Lou and his full concept changes for DC Studios. Even more so for a guy who likes cartoons. This movie is pure gold in my eyes, and you should not miss it. 5 out of 5. Stay for the 2 extra scenes after the credits.